Why, hello! Welcome back to Jack's Coffee Break. It's me again. So, it turns out I got my wish. I dug just a little bit deeper, and we didn't get a mega cave, but look what we found. We've got bushes. These are azalea bushes, I think, and moss, which I've seen both of these before. Like, I know azalea bushes and moss are things, and they're indicative of a lush cave, which is what I've been hoping for. Oh, and diamond. Let's go ahead and get those diamonds. Let's see here. Are we gonna get just the one? We might do. Looks like. That's okay. We'll find more. So, I don't know what to do with this. It's very cool. It's not a very big cave, and I'm hoping that as we explore a little bit more through here that we will find... Is that clay? Is there clay underground? What? Okay. Alright, well, I'm gonna dig this up. Hoping that as we explore a little bit more that this will open up into a huge lush cave. I don't have great hopes. I did a little bit of poking around, and so far everything's kind of windy and small. So if it turns out that this does open up into something bigger, then we will, of course, expand and decorate and make this into a proper, like, start to our underground mining fortress. And if it turns out that it's not, then we're just gonna keep hunting. So I don't really know what to do with a lush cave just yet. I suspect that most of the cool stuff that we're going to find down here is going to require silk touch. We're going to find out through trial and error. I am hoping, maybe, that you caught the first episode of this. I'm using a specific shader pack, using voxels reimagined or something like that, so we get awesome things like glowy lichen. Now, I know that the lichen, at least that one, requires silk touch. It won't just drop. But let's see if these vines will. It looks like no. So, and this doesn't look like it goes anywhere besides, like, back. So we can open this up a little bit, I guess. We'll see if this stays. Hello? Hello, what are you? There's more down here. Okay. Fine, we'll go the long way around. Yeah, so anyway, those are my shaders. Figure if I'm just upfront about what shaders I use and the fact that, you know, we have cheats on this world, then when I inevitably cheat and my Minecraft looks unusually good, you're not surprised. That hopefully, you know, if you want to play along with me, which I think would be really cool, that you can kind of replicate as well. These flowers are super cool. I suspect, again? No, okay, this one dropped. What are you? You're a spore blossom. Okay, and then we have this situation down here. We've got these upside down lily pads. Will you drop? Yes. Asterisk. No, just a yes. Okay. I'm gonna put a block right here so that way we can get back out. Is this going to go anywhere, or is this going to be the world's smallest lush biome? Hard to tell, hard to tell. Let's see where this goes. I would love to have torches right now, but we don't. Real shame, but, you know, whatever. It's fine. I'm sure that if I were to dig up in the normal section of the cave that we'll probably find some coal. I know I have before the last time that I attempted this, so I know there is coal around. I just haven't found it yet. And I think... Have we done a circle? Yes, we've done a circle. Okay. How about you? Do you go places? Not really. So, unless this is just a small cutout, and there is a larger cave hiding somewhere nearby, it looks like this is going to be the world's smallest lush cave, which I'm not going to complain too loudly. This is something I did want to find. So let me grab another spore blossom, because again, I think these would be really fun to decorate with. They're pretty. Don't need gold. And we did find that hole that was going deeper. I think we did. We've got some iron here. Oh, and some more diamond. Okay, so I don't think I've been through here yet. Oh, yes. So the other thing I did, as I previously stated in the last attempt at running this world, I was able to get mobs to spawn on the island. This time around, no such luck. And I think what might be going on is that command to not turn on mob spawns has been kind of finicky. Like, it's supposed to just turn off the hostile mobs, but it says all mobs, and I think it's just to cover base. So I've turned it off. I've just toggled it through commands. And what I'm hoping is that this will resolve our issue. And this is even more clay. Even more clay. Well, this could actually be pretty cool. Clay has become kind of one of those integral building blocks, like you need a ton of it. Or rather, there is a ton of stuff you can do with it. It's not that you need it, it's that you probably want a lot of it. So this is actually a pretty good way to get more than enough clay, considering that the other option is to dive into the ocean, and I don't have the tools for that right now. So this is way simpler. It does make me wonder, like, what should we build with this? So for this episode, I really don't have big aspirations. My goal is get enough diamonds for all the things that we need, find a nice big open cave if we can, and then hopefully we will get to the Nether. That is the dream. Will the dream happen? No idea. Looks like we are full up, so let's go ahead and start condensing some of this clay into bricks, because we can always break it back down. And I guess the next thing to do is to, like, figure out what we're going to do with all of this. I don't really know. I've seen some really cool starter house builds. We talked a little bit about this in the last episode. That, I think for a little while I'm going to rely on other people's builds instead of trying to build my own stuff. Again, mostly from stuff that we talked about previously. I'm not going to rehash it. But, I've just been having a much better time just sort of following along with what other people are doing instead of trying to figure stuff out for myself. This is how we get back up, so I took a wrong turn? Yes, and we need to go over here. So obviously as I remake these builds, I am going to shout out to the people who I am using the builds from. And honestly, I don't feel too bad about doing it this way. A, because I like to support other content creators, and this is one of the ways that I can do it. And B, I just don't have a lot of bandwidth. So this has just been way more enjoyable. No, one of the ones that I used recently, one of the ones that I looked up was from Marlowe. I think he's in Hermitcraft. I'll be honest, I haven't followed really anything that's going on in, like, the big Minecraft spheres. I've heard of Hermitcraft. It was a really hard one to say. I am vaguely aware that somebody named Dream is popular amongst the middle schoolers and Tumblr. But I'll be honest, I started with Yogscast, and yeah, okay, see, yep, here's the mobs. I knew we'd get some, and this time we have cows. Yeah, okay, so that solved our problem. We now have mobs. Yeah, I started off with Yogscast, and then really could not be bothered to invest in another crew. So I really have no idea what the big fish in this scene are doing. I'm not too concerned, quite frankly. Anyway, this is a very long tangent to say basically that, yeah. So, when possible, I'm going to use other people's stuff, and then I'm going to shout them out, because that is the right thing to do. If you're going to use somebody's stuff, you might as well credit them. Takes basically no time at all. It's really not that hard. So, and quite frankly, you guys have seen my style repeatedly, because as much as I am capable of building my own stuff in Planet Zoo, I build my own stuff. Occasionally I'll rely on other things like a barrel that I just cannot be bothered with, but yeah, so I've been having a great time landscaping too, so probably get some landscaping. So I know that there are azaleas with bushes, not bushes, they're all bushes, berries. And I don't know if azaleas have two variants, or if it's all azaleas and berries just sort of eventually grow on the bush. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. So, we've got a diamond pickaxe. And next thing we need is a bucket. So let's get that done. Bucket, let's get a pair of shears. Let's go track down our sheepies. What color bed do we want? We've got red, orange, yellow, and I've got some lapis so I can make blues, purple, green. I don't have any bone meal. Can't make pink. You know what? What are these? This is a lilac magenta dye. You know what? I've never had a magenta bed. Why not? We got a black sheep. I don't want to dye him. You. Hi. Thank you. Okay, go eat grass. I'm really excited. We have everything I actually want. We have cow, we have chicken, we have sheep. So basically we have everything I like. Last time we got pigs, which are... They were once useful. At one point in time, pigs were the best food source. So you did actually want to keep pigs. At one point in time, pigs were the only thing you could ride. But nobody rides pigs anymore. Yeah. So they're basically kind of useless now. Like, everything that was their feature has gotten overwritten by something else. Most passive mobs in the game drop meat now. And pigs don't drop anything else but meat. And quite frankly, why would you ride a pig when you could ride a horse? Like, I get it. There's the meme, there's the joke or whatever, but like, come on. It's not better. You can't convince me it's better. Odd. Oh, because it's not directly on a water source. There we go. Okay. That should be plenty functional now. Ooh, and it looks like we've got a little bit of wheat. And an egg. Good, good, good. Things are slowly but surely growing. And we're gonna need a new chest soon. Very neat. Okay. Let's not take all of my iron with me, although I suppose I don't need to worry about it too much because we don't have drop inventory. Still, I'd rather be safe. Yeah. So back into the mines we go. I think I'm gonna dig a little bit deeper because clearly this section of Lush Cave is doing nothing but going in circles. Oh, and we're gonna need to widen the roof again. That's fine. That's fine. Let's just start here. There. Now if we want to get onto this landing, it's nice and easy. We found it. We found it. We found what I was looking for. I am a happy fox. Okay. Let us go ahead and make sure that I can actually get back up into my tunnel. Okay, and now, look at this! It's enormous. And it's beautiful. This is exactly what I was hoping to find. So, it's a little lush. Not too much. We are hoping for a little bit of blending into dripstone. We are hoping for a deep dark. But for now, this is an excellent start. So the main reason why I was hoping to find one of these is because there is usually a ton of... Saddle? There's normally a ton of exposed diamonds. Did I see... Hello? Hi there. Well, aren't you something? And what are you, a shiny? You seem like you're struggling. I don't think I've made this any better for you. Okay. Flowering azalea. Okay, so these do look like they're two different blocks. It looks like there is a massive amount of clay. Looks like there's lava up there. So my concern is, after having done a just the barest minimum amount of research, apparently moss will spread and eat stone, which I'm not in love with the idea of, and I can't decide whether or not it means that this mine is time sensitive, because I want to be able to get resources out of it before it turns into a big green lush whatever. So we'll see. Does this go anywhere? No, it doesn't. This dead ends. Okay. So the other thing that we are looking for is exposed diamonds, because this is like the best way to look for them. Now I know that my mine shaft is somewhere over here. Or I thought I knew that. How wrong am I? I'm not terribly wrong. Here it is. Okay. So we need some way to mark this. Ideally something that's bright and obvious. One would think the answer is a torch, but as previously established, torches in this mod pack are not amazing. So maybe that diorite. Just look at this place. It's huge. Like, you could fly around in this. Alrighty, y'all. Keep your eyes peeled. We're on the hunt for diamond. Some redstone right there. I think there's plenty of redstone. A little bit of lava. What is happening? There's some lapis, which we do actually need. We don't need like a ton of it, but it's nice for building, and we need it for enchanting. You know, weirdly enough, I'm actually not seeing a whole lot of diamond. Normally by now I've seen like 3 or 4 pockets. So, hoping that just means that I'm missing things. I am. There's some up there. How do we want to do that? This seems to be the block. Okay. Let's see if we can nerd pull up with the tough. Does anybody still call them nerd pulls? Like, is that still what the community calls them? I think I just lost that diamond. I know that's what we called them back in the day. I don't know. If you know, let me know, because I don't know. Here's another diamond. I think that's gonna be it. I think it's just gonna be that one. Yeah, looks like it's just gonna be that one. Okay, anything else before we make our way down? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Thankfully that diamond didn't fall in the lava, because that would be sad. Okay, I don't know how to feel about the de-rarifying of diamond. It's sort of a... On the one hand, they were so freaking hard to find for most of Minecraft's history that I kind of don't mind it, simply because you do need so many of them to just keep the game progressing. And treating them like they're this rare, valuable resource was kind of, in its own way, sort of frustrating. But that being said, the way that they've basically gotten around that is to say that, oh no, diamond is no longer the end-all be-all of your mining endeavors. That's now netherite. And diamond is just the penultimate stage. And on the one hand, it's kind of neat. I am glad to see the nether get more utility. I'm glad to see any amount of progression into the nether actually matter. Because for a long time there, it really felt like it didn't. Like, it was a cool place to go, but unless you were specifically seeking out, like, building resources, there was no actual reason to go to the nether. And now that's kind of changed because of netherite. On the other hand, I feel like basically all netherite has done is it's pushed the problem forward a little bit. Now that netherite is basically the new diamond, it's still extraordinarily rare. It's even harder to get your hands on because of the fact that you have to go mining in, like, the bottom layers of the nether, apparently, and you have to do it with, like, beds or something like that. Like, not that you have to, but that's the ultimate, like, the best strategy, I guess, the meta. It feels like you're basically saying, okay, instead of the old diamond, we're going to give you a new diamond that's going to be even harder to get and even more dangerous to get, and is slightly less rewarding, except for the fact that it's even better than the stuff that you already had. And it feels like the answer is to settle for what already worked. Now, clearly, other people don't agree, and netherite is good enough that people will actively seek it out. And the fact that you can mine it using just, like, spamming and trying to sleep in beds and then using blast protection is novel. I'm not gonna lie. That is actually a pretty neat way to do stuff. But at the same time, like, from a power creep perspective, this doesn't feel like it was the correct answer to me. And, like, maybe it's just because I'm new and I don't know what new Minecraft is like. You know, not new, new and old. Like, I'm coming back. And so there is a part of me that is, like, a little bit traditionalist in the views of, like, you know, darn it, why is this new thing taking over my old thing that I liked better? But also, just from, like, a pure power creep perspective, it seems like we're introducing power creep to Minecraft that should not have been there. So I'm very conflicted on it. I do want to go and try and see if we can get some, like, at some point, but it's rare enough that I don't really know how long it's gonna take in order to do something like get so much as a netherite pickaxe, much less full netherite armor and a set of tools, and then be able to maintain those tools. Like, it seems like the better play is to get the netherite armor, collect a whole bunch of enchantments and books, and then enchant the netherite armor with the enchantments that you actually want, and that you only use it for your most dangerous situations, which is odd, but, I mean, if the goal is that it gives you the most protection, then you should use it in the times when you need the most protection, right? Instead of wasting durability on petty things that you could just as easily do with diamond. So I guess that's the play. But it does feel like you're basically introducing a new level of slightly more extreme grind to get something that I already had. It's like we already had Super Saiyan, why do we need Super Saiyan 2? Does that make sense? I hope it does. And like I said, maybe I'll come around on it. Maybe I'll decide, oh no, this was actually what the game needed. And like I said, I definitely don't mind the fact that, you know, I've been able to mine down here for like, what, no more than 10 minutes and I have 9 diamonds. And that's a low yield. Like, just from having played around and done a little bit of mining. Here we go, here's some more. Like, this is a relatively low yield. Like, I've been able to get a full set of armor in like a couple of hours, as opposed to a couple of days. Hello again, I'm back. Sorry to do this mid-sentence, probably, but, I got interrupted. Long story short, writer's workshop. Anyway, so, yeah, I'm sure I was doing something, probably hunting for diamonds and bitching about the state of netherite or something. Yeah, honestly, other than that, I have no idea what we were talking about. But, how many diamonds do we have so far? 11? Good. Looks like we've got some flowing lava. We've only got the 1 bucket, and I didn't fill it with water because I am a fool. But next time I will remember to bring water so that way we can start to gather the obsidian. So, finally, a good pack of diamonds, alright. That's what I want to see. Do you dead end? I think so. No. You circle over here, and then you do nothing. Okay, that's good. And now for that grandest of questions. Can I actually escape the mines? Because not entirely sure I remember my way back out of here. It's probably through there. That seems the most likely. Did we explore up here already? If we did, there's nothing here. That's fine. And then there's... We definitely haven't been up here yet. This is a nice little empty cavern. Very, very cool. But nothing on the surface, at least. There's more down here. One of our little lights. A bat. I'd love to say that there's anything interesting going on right now, but so far, no. Of course, we might end up cutting until something actually interesting happens. This is... well, this might be interesting. Does this take us back to our original cut? Nope, it doesn't. Okay. But it does continue the lush caves, which tells me that we are somewhere, at least within that span, which is good. Haven't left the biome yet. There is stuff over there, but it doesn't look terribly interesting. Oh, yes it is. Yes, it is interesting. This is how we get out. Cool. At least I really hope it is, because otherwise we found a brand new cave to be in. Looks familiar. Pretty sure our exit is over here? Maybe? It is! Okay, so we can, in fact, get out of the mines. That's good. So, definitely a few things that we need to do. We need to gather torches, which means that we need coal. We now have diamond, so the next thing that we need is obsidian. And we need to figure out what we're going to do with all this clay, because that is a lot of clay. So I think I'd like to work on maybe getting us a house. That sounds like a good plan. Yeah, okay. Alright, this is that. There might be more that we can strip out of here, but maybe not. It might just straight up, like, go back into the ocean. There is a very large part of me that wonders what Amplified looks like now that 1.20 is out. Because, I mean, if... I think what they must have done is they took all the testing that was done through Amplified over the years and they applied it to this new version. And if that is the case, then it makes me wonder how much more Amplified we can possibly get, you know? Might be interesting. A waste of diamonds? Maybe. But I'm now protected and I feel better, so I'll take it. But yeah, so definitely there's a few things that we're going to need to do. I'm trying to decide where I want to take things at this point, because we've got a little bit of stuff to clean up. Will shears work on... Oh, the shears will work on the ferns. That's what I want to know. Okay. And then bone meal we can get through the farming station. So I'm not too worried about whether or not we're going to be able to, like, bone meal this area and get it back to normal-ish. I think that's going to be fine. Don't eat my wheat. I will turn you into a book. Yeah, so I think the next thing we need to do is we need to actually have a house. That's going to be the next big thing. Which, in order to do that, probably going to need to clear out more land and then replant. So that's probably best done off camera. And then obsidian for the portal, which that probably will actually be on camera. That might actually be fun to do together. So... yeah, that's basically what I'm looking at as far as me coming back in. Of course, I'm gonna watch this playback through again, and will be abruptly reminded of the fact that, I never got to finish my sentence, whatever it was. Or maybe I did, and that was the entire thought. Guess we'll find out. Anyway. Thank you for joining me on my coffee break. I'm gonna try and end the episode a little bit earlier than the last one. Just because, you know, an hour-long episode is a lot, and, I mean, editing will happen, but still, it's going to be a fairly long episode, and, I mean, I expect most of these will. Because Minecraft is, by design, not a quick game. Yeah. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. Have a great day, stay safe, and happy building.